What's going on, everybody? Tonight, the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead Season 9 aired, and oh my god, this was a fantastic episode. So, if you don't already know, or if you're new to my channel, welcome. If this is your first video watching, I hope that you guys enjoy, because I personally I love The Walking Dead, and I love bringing these reviews for you guys, so hopefully you guys are enjoying them. Just a heads up, if you're new to the channel and new to my TV reviews, I do give spoilers in my reviews because I found it very hard to navigate through without spoiling anything. So I just said, fuck it, and I'm spoiling the shows now. So, and people seem to like it better because we can talk about in-depth discussions and what's to come and stuff. So, yeah, if you haven't watched tonight's episode, then click away and then come back, watch it, and then come back and, join the conversation. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Hopefully you will enjoy this one too. And thank you for keep supporting me and my channel, because I love doing YouTube, and honestly, I just want to bring y'all the best content I can, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. So, yeah, let's just dive right into this review. So, this show stars Melissa McBride, Norman Reedus, and Denai Godario. Hopefully I said her last name right. I always struggle with her last name. And so many other phenomenal actors and actresses. In tonight's episode, it picked right back up with Michonne and Sadiq taking the new people, Dan Fogel's group, to the hilltop. And it's them arriving. We get to see just how much things have really changed, because the hilltop are very skeptical about Michonne being there, and I don't know why. Obviously a lot of shit has gone down, because Daryl and Michonne have brands on their back, like they were branded, and just they're not talking to the hilltop, and they're not helping each other out anymore. All the communities are separated, not working together anymore. So we know that much. But what the fuck happened in 6 years? It's only been 6 years since Rick's disappearance or death, as they think it is. So I honestly don't know what's going on quite. They kind of, they didn't really talk about everything. You could see how much tension and everything. Apparently Michonne all we know is that Michonne made a bunch of decisions that was good for Alexandria, and obviously a lot of people didn't agree with it. So beyond that, I really don't know. And it also picks up with Daryl, Aaron, and Jesus all going looking for Eugene, because as we know that Eugene and Rosita went out to boost a signal for Gabriel, and Eugene gets hurt. He hurts his knee. And on the way back, they run across a herd. Well, the herd is actually whispering, and this is how they introduce the whispers. And I love what they did with the whispers and how they introduced them in this episode. I hated and loved it all at the same time. So, we get to see how the whispers can kind of control the herds of walkers and stuff like that. And it's very insane, because all they think is that, the walkers are evolving. That's what Eugene thinks, because they found him in the barn, hidden in, under the floor. And because they had been through there, twice looking for him, because they're hunting them. And, he's like, they're evolving. Well, but nah, Daryl doesn't believe that. So he's like, nah, they can't be. Well, the brain's still alive, so yeah, they could. But they're not. That's the thing. Walkers are not evolving. I know they advertise it like that, but they are not. It's just the whispers. And it's almost like the whispers, they saw Leatherface and they're like, oh, so that's a way we can blend in, because they take the skins of the walkers and make masks out of them and put their bodies in the skins. And that's how they blend in. And our characters come to learn that in this episode. This episode honestly has had the most tension and the most horror aspect out of any episode out of this whole show. This show is considered a horror show because it's zombies, but I've never felt it be, being horror. Well, in this scene, whenever they're being hunted by the Whispers, it honestly felt horror to me in a lot of ways. Like, I could really see how this show could be categorized as a horror show now. And I love that. I love that, this show, this whole, ever since Rick kind of, ever since his death, this show has been, it's like a whole new show. It's like the show kind of rebooted itself with its time jump. And yes, they're trying to fill in the gaps with all the characters and everything, but at the same time, they're moving this story along. And the Whispers are the next big group and most horrifying thing that they come across in the comics. And I'm glad that they're keeping this. And because I almost didn't think that they would ever keep the Whispers storyline, but they are. So you have the whole, they're circling around them, and it takes Daryl to see it for himself. Like, they, he tries to stay back and distract them and bring the herd towards him and away from Jesus and Aaron and Eugene while they get back to the horses. Well, that shit doesn't work. I mean, there's the dog barking, and yet the herds, they turn, and then they turn right back. So that look on Norman Reedus' face, and he played it so well. Like, he was horrified. You could tell in Daryl's face that he was horrified in that scene. And Daryl has never been horrified in this show at all. And he was horrified in that scene alone. And that was just great, in my opinion. And the scene with them going through the fog and, the walkers and the Whispers in the graveyard with Aaron and Jesus, all of that was so intense. I honestly thought that, Aaron was going to be the one to bite the dust. I really did. But in actuality, Jesus bit the dust, and wow. That's all I can say is wow. And the way that he went out is just, it is good. And I kind of appreciate his death, because it's going to be a big death for this show. It really is. And Tom Payne did a great job as playing Jesus. I've always loved Jesus' character. And so, yeah, they just, the way that he went out when he's, killing zombies left and right, and he's being like a fucking ninja, and then the Whisperer just comes up and stabs him in the back and says that you're in the wrong place. Or I think that's what he said. Is that what he said? Let me know down in the comments if that's wrong, but that's what I thought he said. So, yeah, I don't know if that's how Jesus goes out in the comics. I haven't read the comics. I know a lot about the comics. I just don't know if that's how he dies or if that's how someone else dies. But, yeah, and, Michonne and them, they were all escaping, and Jesus was just about to leave, too. And then that happened. And that is, that's how they figured out that's, when they all came in and started killing the Whispers, that's how they, saw the mask of Walker Skin. Daryl held it up. That shit looked cool. Like, I know Greg Nicotero has been doing the makeup and stuff for years, like this whole show. But when he held up that mask, I was like, damn, that looks really cool. Like, I kind of want to see someone in our group, put a mask on like that. I really do. I think it would be, I don't know. I kind of want to see that. But, yeah, so all of that happened, and wow, that was all great. The only problem I had with that whole sequence is all the slow-mo. I'm not a big fan of slow-mo in, movies and TV shows. I think it has a place. But honestly, I kind of felt like they kind of overdid it. Now, when he jumps up and he kicks the one zombie and then slashes the machete through the other one, that should have been slow-mo. But when they're constantly doing slow-mo throughout that whole fight, I think it was overplayed a little bit. Y'all might disagree, but to me, I think it was overplayed. So, yeah, that wraps up basically how I feel about all of that. But now let's get on to Gabriel and Jesus. So Gabriel is like feeling real guilty for sending Rosita out, because Rosita and Gabriel are item now, which is just shocking to me, because I kind of get it and I kind of don't. I really think that Rosita is going to, end up with Eugene like she does in the comics. I know I've said this before in my past reviews. If you haven't watched any of my past reviews, go check them out because I have a review for every episode in this season, and I will be having, reviewing the next half of the season in February. But yeah, I think that's how that's going to go. So he has to, he's trying to help Negan, find peace and see if they can, rehabilitate him. I don't know. They have like these weekly sessions of meditation and some shit like that. And he also changes Negan's bedpan. Well, he ends up blowing up at Negan, and it's great. It really is. And like Negan actually shuts up for once, and I thought that was funny in the way that Gabriel did it. Yeah, that was great. And Negan's out, by the way. Like, Negan is out. I honestly thought that when he opened up the guy, I was like, shit, the gate's not locked. And so when he opened it up, I thought he was just going to grab his ball and go back into the cell. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that's what he was going to do. Nope, he left. So that's the last that we see of Negan and Gabriel. And yeah, and then we have Henry, who is, becoming a blacksmith, and I almost forgot totally about him, but I don't know what's going to go on with those kids. I don't really know why they showed that. There has to be a reason behind it, but yeah, I don't really get that. I get that he had a crush on Enid, and Enid is dating that one guy that was part of the Saviors, that was, the real nice guy that understood Maggie's points on everything and tried to get the Saviors who weren't still loyal to Negan, or he was never loyal to Negan, out of the pen in season 8, but I get that whole scene, and I get why he would go out drinking with those kids or teenagers, but everything, I don't know if it has a point. I don't know if those teenagers are going to become a thing in the next half of the season. If they don't, then that whole little subplot was kind of pointless. It really was, and it wasn't necessary, so yeah, but overall, this episode was great. Hopefully in the next half of the season, they explain some more stuff about Michonne and everything that's going on with the groups and how everyone feels about each other. Hopefully they fill in the gap of the 6-year time jump. The kingdom and everything, they're coming up to have this fair, and I don't know if that's going to happen now because of the Whispers. And in the preview for, the second half of the season, it looks like maybe the daughter of the leader of the Whispers is going to they're going to change the whole, because Carl becomes real close with the daughter of the Whispers, and in the comics, maybe they're going to change that to Daryl. Maybe that's going to be Daryl's love interest, and maybe she's going to try to get him to leave them because he's actually more of a Whisperer than a community type person because he's been out on his own. Who knows? Just a lot's to come. And like Daryl, and also they showed Daryl getting his ass kicked by the guy that played Opie, the leader of the Whispers. That's the guy that plays Opie from Sons of Anarchy. So yeah, I can't wait for this second half of the season. I can't wait to see the Whisperers actually, them going up against them. I think that the Whisperers will probably the rest of this season and next season maybe. I don't know, but I'm hoping that they, do the Whisper storyline really well because it's supposed to be the best storyline other than Negan. It's supposed to be like the second or the best storyline ever, and so fucked up. And yeah, I can't wait for it. So yeah, alright, so I don't know how you guys felt about the ending to this episode. I personally, kind of would have wanted them to, show a little bit more, but I get why they left it like that. They wanted to kind of leave you on a cliffhanger, and they always do that, but nothing to like this kind of. But yeah, other than that and the slow-mo and the whole Henry storyline, I really did enjoy this episode. I think that was a great season finale just about, other than those flaws. So yeah, I'm going to give The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 8 a 4.8. Just because of the minor flaws that I found in this episode. But other than that, I am really looking forward to the second half of the season. I think that it's going to be great. I think that it's probably going to be the second have the best half of the season of any season, in all honesty, because what I know of the Whispers is going to get good. So yeah. So anyways, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Let me know what you thought of what you think's going to happen to the next half of the season. Are you excited that, how they ended it? Do you think that it's going to suck? Or are you just done with The Walking Dead? Is it going to be hard for you to wait till February? Because I know it's going to be really hard for me. I wish they would just show it all the way through. But sadly, they have to take a 2-month break, which sucks. But that's life. And yeah, also let me know who's your favorite character. My favorite character is easily Daryl right now. It always has been. I like all of them, in all honesty, but my 2 favorite characters for the longest time has always been Daryl and Carol. So yeah, let me know what your guys' favorite characters are. And yeah, in the description I have links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. You can click on over there for updates on personal life, things I'm working on, things I might be doing. I might do a little poll on some TV shows or some movies that I might be thinking about reviewing, and see which ones you guys want to, see more. Also, I might give away some digital copies over there, stuff like that. Also, I'm going to be doing my collection update. It'll probably be up Thursday. I know I didn't do anything for Black Friday. I started to record a vlog, but I just didn't like how it turned out. So if you guys are interested in seeing my Black Friday haul, because it's a big haul, be on the lookout for my collection update. Everything I picked up on Black Friday will be in that, along with all the other stuff I picked out throughout the month. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like that video, because it does help me out. Also, share it with all your friends, family, everyone that you know, and even people that you don't know. And hit that subscribe button for more awesome content like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.